Still here on the Joy Sports Link on Joy 99.7 FM, and glad to have your company as we get into the conversations later today. Of course, Daniel Kofi-Tre, remember him, that very, very smart forward who made inroads into the Black Stars and got the opportunity to play a number of games competitively for the national team. He had an injury situation about 2.5 years ago, and now he's made a return from injury playing his football for Freiburg and is looking forward to opportunities with the Black Stars. Every player who plays, a player of Ghanaian descent who is active would look forward to that opportunity because it sure is a very big one indeed. And now we'll be getting into, that journey and appreciating what sometimes footballers go through when, these injury situations happen and how they're able to, with the help of the respective medical teams, get through all of these situations and get themselves back to psych themselves to play at the topmost level and churn out the topmost effort. As I mentioned earlier in my introduction, this is one date that brings a lot of horrid memories to Ghanaians. But of course, it is just our prayer that some 25 years down the line, some hearts will be at least comforted. But it's a whole lesson that has been learned. It was a very tough and tight curve for us as a nation, and would want to look back at the events of May 9, 2001, and how it changed the face of our sport and also changed the face of our history in this country. And so coming up next is a feature that was put together by Delali Atiase, reflecting on these moments and every other angle that we could think about when it comes to the effects on not only the victims, but us generally as a nation.
Hello, sir. Are you briefing?
Yeah.
Are you briefing?
Straight to the point.
Yes. Are you briefing? Are you ready? Ourselves and the Muslim community and all, the Central Mosque goes back the last 25 years. And really goes back the last 30 years. When I was chairman of Protocol, the advice I received from the then Chief Imam were huge. We've had 2 more Chief Imams since that time. But the blessings, the advice, the family friendship is something that we really appreciate. We went early because this afternoon we were granted audience with His Royal Majesty Otumfuo. And so we came here today as part of May 9th. May 9th, 25 years ago, Otumfuo played a role. In the middle of the disaster, I spent time in between trying to save lives and carry bodies to call Otumfuo. And he gave us a lot of inspiration. He gave me messages to pass on to the wounded, and that was 25 years ago. And we respect that, we understand that. And Kotoko is his team. He also understands that this is not a Kotoko matter. It's Hearts and Kotoko. It's Ghanaians before everything else. And that message he passed out that day meant that we've always shown respect to Otumfuo and to the people of Kumasi, and that's why we celebrate it here and not in Accra. This year we've come with other charities we're involved in. A few years ago I brought a child here. The child was the daughter of a rugby player. She's over there right now as I see her. Her name is Khadija. Her son, a beautiful, beautiful boy called Hanif, had a hole in the heart. And we brought him here for Otumfuo's blessings. And Otumfuo gave it, but it was late. And unfortunately, she lost that son. But it gave us inspiration to contact a great man, a great company called Sunda. And the owner of Sunda, YC, set up a foundation for dealing with children with hole in the heart. That's why you see all these beautiful, beautiful children here today. They've all come through inspiration from Otumfuo the investment from YC, that is the Sunda organization. The administrator is here in Erica, and we performed over 120 operations to save lives in the last year and a half. And that's a big deal. So that inspiration is here from Otumfor carrying Hanif, that first child. We went into the mosque, and the chief imam also gave us his blessing on that day. So every year now, we make sure that May 9th is celebrated, not only with the families and those who have lost lives, but also with other charities. And this is the one big one. People ask me, what do you do during the year? We keep in touch. For example, this year, there's a lady called Rani, beautiful lady in Accra, Hearts of Oak supporter. Her husband died without seeing her son, her unborn son. The son has now graduated, he's got a job, and he asked us if somebody could help him with a second-hand computer. And we reached out to the companies who help. Sunda obviously jumped up and said, yes, we'll help you. Kivo, the giants, jumped up, and they provided a laptop and support and assistance to the family. We've seen others. Nehemiah qualifiers in the financial world as a financial consultant, and we take pride in keeping in touch with those people. But May 9th now stands for much more than that. And the fact that it is celebrated every year means that we've made an impact. It means that Ghanaians can look at themselves, understand that we are brothers first and foremost, sisters first and foremost. We must be able to work together rather than one bigger goal. Whether it is lessons have been learned, it is for you to judge. Whether it is the edicts of the commission that was set up are being followed properly, it is for you to look at and judge, not for myself. All I can say is that we need to take sports to another level. The custodians of the game today have a responsibility. They cannot shirk that responsibility. Once you sit there as the boss of the FA, it is your responsibility to ensure the safety of everybody at a football match. The stadium may belong to the NSA, the running of the game to them, and it will then go down to the clubs, the administrators, the circles, the chapters, the support groups must all come together. But Europe had the same hooliganism, the same nonsense years ago, and they changed it. Instant indictment, into court, straight to jail, changing of the stadiums. Stewards who don't watch the match, they watch the crowd. There are a lot of measures that you can put into place. Better coordination with law enforcement and the police to make sure there is no loss of life. We cannot have another police situation here in Ghana. That simply is not acceptable. I must not come every year and deal with this issue in terms of the media. We must be in a situation where we can now deal with Ghana progressing, that the FA is investing in grassroots, that the country is investing a certain percentage of the GDP in the growth and development of football and sports, and sports in general, like you have in Morocco. That we emulate what is happening in East Africa, where they're investing heavily in sports, not just athletics. That's what we need to be talking about. The Ghanaian is so gifted. He's a beautiful athlete. He's so talented. He's only let down by the administrators of the game and by successive governments who simply are not interested or do not get it. And that's the progress that we need for Ghana to shine again.
Right. Tomorrow there's a float. What's your message for the people of Kumasi and the entire country as well?
For the world. The world must be there. It's just yesterday the BBC aired a full piece on the BBC about May 9th. So we may not understand what we've been through. 126 people losing their lives. Or is it 130? Is it 140? Nobody's sure of the full numbers. They should understand every time you see me, you see the float, you see the people, you see these beautiful children, you see all these people who are here with me, standing in front of me here, that have been with me every single year. They're here because there is a cause, and we believe in the cause. And that is that we want to make Ghana better. We want to make Ghana greater. We don't want to say Ghana was great 30 years ago. We want to say Ghana is great. Ghana is better than Morocco. Ghana can do what Senegal, Ivory Coast, Cameroon can do and better in football. That Ghana can do better as they are in games like rugby, where they are really excelling across the continent. we must be in a position where we are developing the sport, and we're developing it through schools, the curriculum, and through a certain mindset that is seeing Ghana get into a completely different level.
Thank you very much for your time.
All right, so that was a conversation with Mr. Herbert Mensah. He was CEO of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. In the year when May 9 happened, he was there in the thick of all of it. Carried some dead bodies, carried some heavily injured people out of the Accra Stadium. And of course, we must commend Mr. Herbert Mensah, who is now the president of Rugby Africa, for all of his efforts in trying to remember May 9 so that we as a people will continue to keep touch with everything May 9. And of course, it's refreshing to note that some of these children of these, deceased persons have gone ahead. They've graduated out of school and they have jobs to do, and also have an opportunity to impact society. Heartwarming indeed. And of course, we also have to commend the administrators of the fund, the special fund which was instituted.
Electric energy.
Well, the
Electric energy.
The title of this song
Electric energy.
is one that everybody would expect with our athletes, especially with our sprint team, who are the ones giving a lot of us, the verve and the energy. So that's Samini featuring Stoneboy, Electric Energy. And that's exactly what we'll be expecting when the opening ceremony starts off on Monday evening. It's at 5 p.m. So you know what to do. Just hurry up and sign off from the office early. I'm very sure that the MTTD also would have made plans for, traffic management around that zone, so that there'll be enough in terms of, the movement around the University of Ghana Stadium for the much-awaited Senior African Athletics Championships by the CAA. Your messages are very welcome. It's 055-1111-997, 511-11-997. And so a strong quartet joining me here in the studio. Two are those you adore to bits on the track. And of course, two playing a key administrative role. tell you what happened last weekend as we looked forward to this particular weekend. You all do remember that Ghana sprint team, made the first attempt. It could not go well. And then on the second attempt, Ghana placed second and recorded the key time that made it possible for qualification for the World Athletics Championship. So that in the background and that, waiting in the cooler, as they put it in local parlance. Now we need to focus on what is on the continent and what is here at home. A very big responsibility on the sprint team, who will be the lead for everything that Ghana will be doing in the Athletics Championship that starts off on Monday.
I'm feeling insomnia. Double the dozen, I'm living in coma.
And of course, joining me here in studio for the conversations is Mr. Bar Husseini, is the president of Ghana Athletics. And of course, Monsieur Lamine Fati, he is the president of the Confederation of African Athletics, here with us in the studio. Together with the two strong men. Joseph Paul Amwa. We refer to him as Joe Paul, as simple as that. And of course, Ibrahim Husseini.
Electric energy. Electric.
And they are the ones we expect to have electric energy. Gentlemen, thank you so much for the time here in the studio. It's such a pleasure to have you, especially on a weekend like this that we're building up. Joe Paul, Charlie Halby, all good? I like the verve and the energy. What's just giving you, that little kick? We're a couple of days away from competition. Tell me what it is that's giving you so much energy and what we call morale.
What's giving me that kick is very simple. We competing at home. That's what's giving me that morale that you're talking about. So it's just so much joy.
All right, so we're going to sort out your microphone in a second. Mr. Bar Husseini is also here with us, Ghana Athletics president. It's been a long wait. We started discussing this about 2 years ahead of time. Yeah,
2 years ago.
Yeah. And for you, I'm sure it must be a lot of nostalgia and a lot of, mixed feelings.
A lot of heavy mixed feelings. And let me appreciate the person who really supported Ghana right from the word go. When we completed the African Games here, the conversation started at the stadium, inside the stadium, with Mr. Lamine Fati and one wonderful personnel from the Confederation of African Athletics called Mohamed Aziz from Morocco.
Amazing.
They are really Ghana's strong pillars in terms of athletic development, in terms of this competition. They play a significant role, make sure that Ghana won the bid for the championship. So today, if you see us here today, if you see Ghana hosting the African Championship, the seed was sold by no other person than my good brother. I refer to him as my good brother, Lamine Fati from Senegal. And he's not only stood by Ghana, but he also makes sure that we got everything that we need to host a very successful competition. With this, I'll tell Lamine, on behalf of people of Ghana and on behalf of the ministry and my own association, and of course, Nathaniel Attoh is my very good friend. We started working together for more than 15 years now. We would like to say a big thank you to you and your office, to the entire CAA, especially with the CAA president. He's actually the chief executive officer of CAA, for the confidence you impose on us and for the support that you continue to give Ghana to host this competition. And I'm just going to use, the whole Ghana listen to you today. That we are so proud, and we'll make Ghana proud, we'll make Africa proud for giving the opportunity to host the championship. I mean, I just want to tell you that you didn't make a mistake. Respect. You didn't make a mistake of supporting Ghana for this bid, and we'll make it happen, we'll make it count. We'll make it as one of the finest African championship ever. Thank you, Lamine, and thank you, CAA. And to our athletes, I mean, the athletes are poised.
Yeah.
At this time, I'm not going to mention medals, but I know we are going to wear the glittering medals for Ghana. I have no doubt in the ability of our athletes.
Yeah.
Not you and I have the conversations over years. What we need to do for these young athletes to bring us the medal that we need, and I think this should be the starting point for us to really showcase what the athletes have in them to the mother Ghana, so that when we are talking that the athletes need more support to be able to bring out the medal that we are all along yearning for, it's not something that we take it lightly. So Ghanaians have the opportunity to see Joe Paul. Ghana has opportunity to see Fuseni. Ghana has opportunity to see Rashids and all those good guys that are coming. They've seen them when they were no international stars. Now they are different level. So we want to see the whole mighty 4x100 Ghana relay team. So that's, I'm using your platform to ask everybody to support.
Yeah.
Look, you can support in terms of sponsorship, in terms of in kind, or just come to cheer them at the stadium. Cheering them is part of support. So on Monday, there will be an open ceremony. And after Monday, we want the stadium to be full. Cheer these people out. And I was just having another conversation with Mr. Lamin. When we are able to finish this one, I'm not going to use the word if. I'm using when we are able to finish this one successfully, I know that we will. There will be another event that we are going to be hosting every year.
That is an Oliver Twist character there. Amazing.
So we want to use this African Championship to bid for silver level Grand Prix.
Amazing.
Yeah, silver level Grand Prix to be annually in Ghana here. And when we are able to finish this one, we have everything that it requires to be able to get that level. Well, we just need to finish this one and finish it well. Our equipment are perfect. Our technicians are good. Our technical officials are good. They are even training them along this competition. And our TEP is good. What we just need to be able to complete this organization, and Ghana will be one of the top African countries to be hosting World Athletics Silver Grand Prix competitions.
Amazing stuff there. You are still here on the Joy Sports Link on Joy 99.7 FM. Our studio is heavy with presents this afternoon on the Joy Sports Link. Joe Paul Amoa, Ibrahim Fuseni, and of course the Chief Executive Officer of the Confederation of African Athletics. Thank you so much, sir, for your time. It's great to have you here in Ghana, and of course we'll have to say thank you. I just realized that Ibrahim, Bawa Fuseni was going ahead to do what sounded like the final speech at the closing ceremony, rather. Good to have you here, sir.
Thank you so much, and it's my privilege to be here in the studio and to share this space with our shining star here. So I want to appreciate them and congratulate them for having participated to the World Athletics International Relays. So
thank you.
Congratulations, guys. Thank you. We are very honored. We are very honored to be here in Ghana. It just reminds the background of this hosting. But I just want to mention one thing. Yeah. We have the motivation to come to Ghana. Why? Because we have been assisting to the explosion of the Ghanaian athletics and the Ghanaian star during the whole years. So, and from the All Africa Games we attended here, we have seen that you people are ready to host any kind of competition and any kind of event in the world. That was our motivation. And we knew also from that how these people are dedicated, how the country is dedicated to athletics, and how they are supportive to athletics. So from that point of view, we had no problem to make our choice and to point out Ghana to host this successful competition. So we do hope that we will have a very great competition, and with the goodwill of this government and all necessity arrangement provided to us, we are expecting a very, very successful and very great competition. So once more, thank you for Ghana authorities. Thank you for Ghana Athletic Association and the people of Ghana too for supporting us in this project.
Amazing. I'll be coming to you again, so that we look at how much of an item the African Athletics Championship is becoming in the general sporting calendar of the African continent and what we give to the rest of the world. But before that, let's come back to our strong men. Jopo, I was just trying to test your pulse a little bit, try to see how much energy there is in the veins.
Too much energy.
Yeah, man. How many days have you been home? When did you arrive home?
We got here on the 6th. Yeah, we got here on the 6th. Yeah.
Amazing. Ibrahim, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, great. Amazing stuff. Yeah, I know you really would have wanted to be part of the qualification, but travel plans and all of that. Yeah. But gentlemen, tell me something, and I want both of you to tell me how you feel. I know that you had a big kick of it when we hosted the last edition of the African Games, having the fans support you, come out there and support you that greatly. Tell me about this one and what's coming up and what it means personally, to each of you. Let's begin with you, Joe Paul.
Thank you. So, the last time it happened here, it was for most of us, it was our first time competing in front of home crowd in like so long. We left the country not as great as we are right now by God's grace, but we've been able to train hard, and at that time, 2 years ago, we came back with so much experience on the world stage and African, continental stage and all that stuff. So we were so happy to be able to compete in front of the home crowd, and we were able to win medals as well, relay medals, individual medals. This time is like our second coming. So we are excited as the first one, probably even more excited to, come and give them the show, give them another show, and hopefully it's even better than what we did last time. So we are very, very excited to, come out here and compete in front of home crowd, and we are just hoping for the best, and we'll give our best, for sure.
Amazing stuff there. The other time I tried to do a video with the students of St. Augustine's College because, we take Ibrahim personal, Jopo, this one, those of you who attended other places, we don't, no problems. We make you no ball cry. Ibrahim, how you doing? Everything good?
Everything good.
Yeah, talk to me, man. You are also making a return home, and you saw the sounds, the sights, and everything that happened during the African Games, and this is another opportunity to just do it again for motherland. Tell me about it.
As Jupo said, this meet is gonna be a great meet for everyone. As Jupo said earlier, this is the second time ever since we went out. So this is the second time ever since we went out of the country. This is the second time coming back, and it's gonna be a great meet, and we are all looking forward to that. Yeah.
Amazing stuff there. Let's throw it back a little bit. Let's talk about the rivalry. I know that it's something that is a very big one, especially the rivalry with Nigeria. It's something that flows through everywhere. In football it's there, in boxing it's there, and in athletics you have your generation are couching a new story of rivalry between you and your colleagues and mates. And I know you meet them on the circuit sometimes. What are the conversations like? Tell me about it.
It's always a fun. It's always a fun, time whenever we meet Nigerians, and it's a very, very good rivalry. It's a very healthy rivalry. We act like we don't care about each other, but Ghana and Nigeria really, really do care about each other. And just at the World Relays, we got a chance to meet some of our brothers from Nigeria. One guy, Favor Ashe, so he's someone that we used to compete with in the States, and now we all competing, globally and all that. He told me he was coming, and the funny thing he said was, we are coming to our home. Because they beat us here the last time. They said they bought the land, so we have to go out there and reclaim our thing. It was pretty sad. Losing the 4x1 2 years ago to Nigeria, even though it was close, and I still feel like we won it. But Yeah, we are ready for the challenge against our brothers, our Nigerian brothers, and we just praying that it stays a healthy rivalry, and I think it's good for the sport, So yeah, we just go out there and try to make sure that we are in top 3 and we are not second or third, but first. Yeah.
Amazing. Ibrahim, you've been out there, and we're going to be talking about how the season has gone so far for the both of you. But tell me about representing country, getting the opportunity to represent country. I mean, back in the time when you were in school, I mean, you got the opportunity to do that for St. Augustine's, who have a very big history, the most successful in the Super Zonals. Now, Infantipim are on level terms with us. But, how much of that dream do you feel you are living now? I mean, from what you used to project back then, anytime you found yourself there. Look at yourself then and look at yourself now. How much of it do you feel you've achieved, and what do you want to place ahead of you regarding serving your motherland?
I'll say way back it was kind of like hard from the beginning.
Yeah.
With styles like training styles, back and forth. In high school, it's kind of like, I don't know how to say it, but
yeah.
I mean, I'm just for now just say I'm just blessed to be here and just to see myself in this position now.
Yeah.
Because when I was in Ghana, I was looking up to Jopo, Ben, and like those others who are outside. And I also wish I could also be like them. And today, here I am. And I'm just like them. So I would just say, I'm just blessed to be also part of them. Yeah.
And I want both of you to tell me this before we go back to Mr. Bafuseni and Mr. Lamin. Now, tell me about the situation, okay, with logistics and also with facilities in our secondary schools and in our various regions where all of you have had the opportunity to experience. What are some of the key things you would want to see if you had the opportunity, for instance, to start putting structures in place so that we can have the more of the likes of you? I mean, what would you like to see? Because you have experienced it at close range. Now you are out there doing it at the topmost level.
Yeah. We've come in contact with so many guys, like people that also competed on the high school level in their countries. The school that I went to was filled with like people from the Caribbean, Jamaica, Trinidad and all that. And their high school championship is very, very big. Like the Jamaican boys and girls champs is big, but when I compare it to the crowd that you see at the Babaya Stadium during Super Zonals, I don't think there's any high school competition in the world that can match that.
That is true. I agree with you 300%.
I don't like. I've been comparing like the videos and the energy in the stadium, and I don't think any high school competition can match that. So we ask ourselves the question: why do we have the biggest crowd in high school history, but our transition from high school to the next level is not as serious as other countries? So it's like that's definitely a conversation to have, and I'm sure as time goes on, we'll be able to sit with the federation to see the best way we could go about it. I'm 100% sure they've been looking at measures that they could take to be able to take that level from this level to the next level. When I graduated Prempeh College, I was happy to finish. I said I was done with track and field before I went to Tech, because there was not much joy in doing it, because it's like just go through the motion, But when you compare it to like other countries like Jamaica, when they are doing their boys and girls champs, you could literally look at someone and be like, within the next 2 years, they are going to be competing on a pro level. They could literally choose not to go to college to compete, but go straight to pro, because their trajectory is so high, and they get the push from the necessary stakeholders. So we know it's something that is a conversation that needs to be had, but I'm sure at the right time, we'll be able to sit with the people that are in charge, and then we'll take the measures that, we need to take to be able to take the athletics from that high school level to make it even bigger than what it looks now. It's very sad when you see it that way, because I strongly feel that we have the best, level of competition when we get to that stage, that high school level. So I mean, going through that path from Prempeh College, doing Interco and Superzo, and seeing the Central Region schools also do theirs. I feel like we there's a lot of talent in there, but we just need the right things to do to take it to the next level. Yeah.
When you were giving your submission, something just came to mind. I was just thinking about rehashing and renaming and remodeling the national championships for senior high schools, so that it becomes even bigger than the national science and maths quiz, because Prempeh and Ogasco are brothers, so we don't fight too much. Oh, Ibrahim.
No, we don't.
Our green is just a little bit deeper than theirs and nicer.
No, but ours is
What you mean?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
We'll give him an Ogasco green. It will look very good on him.
Exactly.
Yeah, his skin tone too looks very good. Ibrahim, tell me about yours as well. Joe Paul has raised a very important point about the kinds of numbers, and sometimes because maybe we see it, we don't value it that much. The kinds of numbers we see with the Interco and Superzonals in the Babayara Stadium every year, it's just amazing, and it's mind-blowing. And what do you also want to see, especially when it comes to the schools and how we support them with logistics and all of that, and even our facilities, so that the sport can improve and we can see more of the likes of you?
I would say comparing Central Region sports to Kumasi sports, I'll say sometimes it depends on the populations. Yeah, it depends on the populations. Some schools, maybe you could have they have more populations other than other schools, and Joe is perfectly right. When you talk about inter schools, it normally starts from Kumasi, which we all know that, and he's perfectly right. But in Cape Coast, people normally they have the passion, people would like to come on the track to watch schools track meet and other stuff, to see what people are going to be doing there and stuff. But one thing I could say is that if we could work with some of the teachers that will get in touch to, let's say, Ben, Jopo, myself, so we could bring people outside from the country, so they could come here and we could start a project. So whenever it's Interco, we just come down, scout collegiate athletes, and then also send them to the US. Yeah, I think that's something I would like to. We would talk about that later. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, if you just joined us, we're still here on the Joy Sports Link on Joy 99.7 FM. This is a special edition looking forward to what will be happening from Monday. And to every single Ghanaian, I mean, I would say kudos to all of you. I remember very well that during the African Games, at a certain point, we couldn't get any space at the University of Ghana Stadium. And Mr. Lamin Fati was right about the atmosphere. But Mr. Baha Husseini, I think one of the things we should also do is to invite Mr. Lamin Fati to the the Ashanti Regional Superzonals one of these days, so that he has a feel of the atmosphere. Yeah.
And Husseini said there's only one missing link that is missing in the Ghana athletic development vis-a-vis the school system. Unlike the Jamaicans or the Americans, they also have a link with the school sports to the national federations. That is what is lacking in Ghana here. The GES is so firm holding on to its sides of the development, and the national federation are also holding firm to their side of national development. If we want to have the transition very, very well planned, there should be that collaboration and the coordination between the GES sports and the national federations. If you ask Joe, he'll tell you there's a different body that control who compete in the U.S. schools than the schools itself. In Jamaica too, there's a strong link between the federation and the schools. So almost all their programs are national programs. Even though Kumasi program is electrifying, the stadium is always packed to capacity, but it remains a regional or local competition. If they really want this to be an international competition, just like the Jamaicans, they need to involve all the federations that have anything to do with their sports, and possibly the introduction of the national school sports will solve such a problem, so that every school program, be it in Cape Coast or in Kumasi, they are now the two predominant regions that are producing the national athletes. If we say no on all of them, they are from these two regions. Only few of them are coming from Accra. So if you are able to coordinate very well between the Ghana Education Service, the national federations, and now the school sports authority, I think we were able to mature or nurture these athletes to international standard. Because the electricity or the energy in Kumasi sports, Babangida sports during sports, so it's a different level.
Yeah. We have to place a special invitation to Mr. Lamin Fati to come and have a look at it.
In March. Yeah. I mean, sometimes the stadium is so packed that they have to use water cannons to water students. The heat alone.
Yeah.
To water, 5-7 will bring water.
Yeah.
To pump onto the students. You can't find it anywhere.
Yeah.
But yet, it still remains local.
Yeah.
It needs to go international. The results, the organization, the officiating, the timing system, the equipment that they use, we need to have it at the international level, so that whoever is looking at the people are watching. Now it's now on the internet. People are watching, but technical people are when they are watching, they are not always watching the crowd. They are watching the officiating. They are watching the implements. They are watching how it is being organized. You see, and this is all, you can only get all this through the National Federation and other technical officiating officials. So the federations should be able to support the regions to be able to develop the athletics, not only athletics, but all other sports within the school ecosystem.
Amazing stuff there. You can send in your messages. Mr. Fati, let's talk a bit about some of the big products, and we're throwing the focus obviously on the African Athletics Championships. How would you say, how would you assess the growth of that platform on the continent, and how our international athletes or foreign-based athletes and big-name athletes are placing value on that product, over the years, to make it something very, very major on the sporting calendar?
So let me tell you one thing. African athletics in a very healthy situation. Why? Because we are the only continent where we can do athletics all over the years. We don't have indoor session or outdoor session. We have always outdoor session. So it is a big and great opportunity for us, Africa, to develop and to grow our athletics and our sports. So if you consider all competition going on all around the world, our athletes are shining, whether they are Ghanaians, Kenyan, or I don't know where else. But they are shining and they are representing the continent very well. This is one of the performance indicator on which we can count to assess our growth or not. But as we used to say, we have the potentials in the continent. We have everything to succeed. We have the product, we have the products with the athletes, and we have the commercial situation. Now, what we bring to the fans. He talked about some issues he raised here regarding the global organization of such a big competition. It's not only about the crowd, for example, as he mentioned. It's true. We are looking after competitive organizations through the officiating, through the equipment, through the implement, and through also the facilities. These are very important. We know that nowadays we cannot dissociate or we cannot put aside entertainment in our events. Entertainment is very important because that is the way where fans can judge you and where you can judge also and measure your products. It's very important. But as far as African athletics is concerned, we think that we can stay confident that we are really moving forward and we are doing our best to make it more shiny all around the world. Of course, it's not easy because we have many challenges. We are facing to many challenges that we can maybe talked about here. Even though it's not the occasion, it's not the opportunity to deal with these issues, but we are trying, and the leadership also is doing its best to make it very successful. For example, the president of the Confederation is not coming here, unfortunately, because of circumstances, but still, we will have the world president who will attend this competition, just to tell you how we are important in front of the world. If the president of World Athletics is committed to come to attend our competition every time, that means that maybe there's something to look and to watch here in the continent. So definitely we are confident and we do hope that we will make it. Not saying that we are at the same level of the other continent because we don't have the same means. Definitely we don't have the same means, but we are trying. We know how to do. And we have the means, we have the capacity, and we have people also who are very dedicated, like, for example, Ghana Athletic Association, to deliver very successful event and to deliver top-class event.
Tell me what you've been preaching to some of the governments, of the continent through your respective member associations for injecting more resources into athletics. You have said, and we all do know what the challenges are like, generally. But what are some of the key things you want to see governments do in terms of injecting so that we see better infrastructure and better technical resources for the growth of athletics on the continent?
No, I used to say that athletics is the only sport in Africa who gave to the continent all kind of title, either it is Olympic title or World Championship title. We are the only sport in the continent, only Africa. We have never seen Africa shining at the World Cup, for example, and to become world champions. In Africa, we have lot of Olympic champions, lot of world champions. This is the reason why. This is the only reason why. Maybe our government must support more our athletics. We need, of course, facilities, we need infrastructure, but we need also development. What we call development is from the grassroots. We have to start from the grassroots. They evoke the sport, scholar sports. It's very important. Let's take back the sport to the schools and to the universities, and you will see that we can make it. We can reach that level of Botswana or Jamaica or America. Yeah. Let's take back the sport at the schools and in the universities. You will see, we'll make it. Just I'm making an appeal for our government to support more our background skill, our grassroots athletes, and to support more also our policies in terms of development, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of facilities. People
Amazing.
used to talk about money every time, but it's not all about money. It's not. The goodwill is here and the capacity is here. We just need people to listen to us and to accompany us in our policies. The vision is here. Let's make it.
Definitely. Let's definitely make it happen. Mr. Lamin Fati is the CEO of the Confederation of African Athletics, the mother body or the overhead body for athletics on the continent of Africa. And of course, he plays a key role in the rollout of the upcoming African Athletics Championships, a senior edition here in Accra, Ghana. And as I mentioned to you, all of the attention will be on the University of Ghana Stadium as we look forward to this. And Mr. Fati has put it very, very aptly. I mean, he says that, sometimes it's not even just about the money, but the sheer will and the decisions of leadership are what can get us there.
Yes. I mean, he absolutely right, and he got it spot on. I had a friend from Japanese who came to Ghana a couple of years ago. He said Ghana have every talent, but Ghana don't have facilities. In Japan, we have every facility, but we don't have every talent. So sometimes funding is very important, but the infrastructure and implements and personality are also very, very important. That is why in athletics we took time to train a lot of our technical officials just to augment what the government has provided us in terms of the infrastructure. The Legon Stadium, the Legon tracks is one of the best in the world. We also have one of the best equipment from Mundo and from Tashan. This is what we're currently working at. We also have the latest electronic equipment from Finish Links, which we are clearing on Monday. We tried clearing it yesterday, but we weren't able to finish. Inshallah, Monday we'll get it, and we'll have complete Grand Prix style electronic timing system for Ghana. And let me just add to what Lamin said. We just need a support from the state, not necessarily money support, but necessarily to build infrastructure across the state. If you have every infrastructure across the 10 regions or the 16 regions of Ghana, that one alone, what Kumasi is doing is good. Their schools are trying, but because they also have a very good infrastructure at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium, that is also helping them to plan that very, very well. The same cannot be said in Tamale. They also got Baba Yara Sports, Alibama Sports Stadium, but their sport is as not vibrant as in Kumasi. So organization, personality are also very important. Support, very, very important. Infrastructure are also very important. So if we get all this support, if we get all this infrastructure, all these facilities, Legon alone, look at what Legon alone is giving us. Legon is giving us African Championship. Legon gave us all African games. Legon is giving us silver brand levels World Athletic Grand Prix. If you have the same tracks like Legon in Kumasi, Nat, can you just imagine if the competition were to be in Kumasi?
Oh my goodness.
Can you imagine?
Joe Paul is just shaking his head, you know.
Can you imagine what it would have been in Kumasi? But I have been advocating for the Kumasi tracks to be refurbished for more than 3-4 years now. It's hard time we look at Baba Yara Sports Stadium tracks. It's the heart and beat, the heart and soul of athletics. If you're able to fix the tracks, which the federation is ready to support government effort, I know there are plans to refurbish that. We are ready to support government to get the best tracks we can get. If you have Legon, have Baba Yara, Nat, we organize national championship in Kumasi or the Grand Prix in Kumasi. We even sell tickets.
Amazing stuff indeed. There's a lengthy one here. Let me just go through it as quickly as I can. Remember, you're also free to send us your thoughts. It's +233 5511119997. This is a special athletics edition, as we mentioned to you. We're looking forward to the opening day of the African Athletics Championship here in Accra. And if anything is anything to go by from what we saw with the African Games, then we sure are in for a blockbuster of a story. To sell to the rest of Africa. And we're also glad to have the CEO of the CAA here in the studio with us, together with two of our star athletes who will be expecting a lot from, as we go along. We'll be talking about expectations very shortly. But this one is from Prosper in Dakuman in Accra. He says, good afternoon, good day, Nathaniel. Regards to good old Baf Husseini and our national heroes and giants in international athletics. Nat, I feel sad when we spend huge sums of money on the Black Stars, who since 1982 used to give us the ultimate in all competitions. It doesn't look like the narrative is going to change anytime soon. Yet when it comes to our athletes who give us so much hope in bringing us gold medals, we suddenly pretend not to have the money. In motivating our athletes to bring us gold medals in the upcoming tournament, I don't think it will be too much to ask to give each of them $20,000 appearance fees, $10,000 for every gold medal and $5,000 for every silver medal. I believe that my senior at Bishop Herman College, the sports minister, will agree with me, and he will say that this is definitely not beyond us. Okay, so Prosper, you've done something very significant. Now, in my next conversation with the sports minister, obviously, it probably may be after the games or, midway through, but I will show him your message. I will show him your message, and I will definitely let him read it. It's a good suggestion. It's a fair suggestion. So let me go through the money bit, because money excites all of us, doesn't it? So he says, I don't think it will be too much to ask if we give each of them $20,000 appearance fees, $10,000 for each gold medal, $5,000 for each silver medal. You should have added bronze as well, yeah? So I believe my senior at Bishop Herman College, the sports minister, will agree with me on this one. Okay, thank you very much, Prosper, for that message. Prosper Dominion in Dakuman sent us that message. There's a message from Joe Asma. He says, big shouts to the Amanfo in the studio. So that's a special shout for Joe Paul Amwa. Great stuff there. Now, we'll be looking ahead to what we'll be expecting during the week, but let's still throw a bit of focus on what we see on the continent. Mr. Lamin, you were talking about commercial viability and how good the product is on the continent. How well do you think the African Athletics Championships, and for that matter, other franchises that we have under the CAA are doing when it comes to what it attracts? I mean, sponsorship-wise and value-wise, how well are we doing? I mean, if you look at the journey that we've traveled up to this point.
For example, I want to just recall something. We are hosting the 24th editions, which means that we have never skipped one edition since we have started in 1979 in Dakar.
Jupol, before that, where were you in 1979? I can see Ibrahim smiling. He's giving me his answer already. So please go ahead.
So since then, we are hosting our senior championships, and we do have very, very good participation over the years. I can cite maybe some editions where we had our African top athletes. That was the case in Dakar, for example, in 1998. It was the case in Addis Ababa in 2008. And that was the case also recently in Mauritius 2022. Which means that people, our athletes, our beloved stars, they pay much attention to this competition. And through this competition, we can showcase Africa. Not only African talents, but African culture and traditions, because we mix culture and sport during our championships. And in terms of commercial rights, the only challenge we have is the TV production. TV production is very expensive, and it is part of the MOU, and it is the duty of the host country to take it into charge. So sometimes they miss to doing it well, and sometimes they do it well. This time we expect a very good TV production in Accra, because we had some meetings with the guys in charge of, and we are working on it to make it very, very, very professional and international one. And from that point, what we can do is just to share this within our different platforms, because we put in place a TV channel, CA Web TV, through which all the world can watch these competitions. And apart from maybe some specific conditions, we entitle every stakeholders, we entitle every partner maybe to watch through our TV channels. Now, in terms of commercial rights, of course, we have to work on it, and we are working on it. We will make it very accessible and very accessible to all partners. Let me tell you one thing also. I've listened with much attention to Joe and to Ibrahim recently. he talked about the rivalry in between Ghana and Nigeria, and he pronounced twice one magic word. He said it's a healthy rivalry, healthy rivalry. You see the mindset. So in Africa, we are not competing as adversaries. We are competing in between brothers and sisters. So which is very important. I'm not sure that it is the same situation in the other continents. In Africa, we have a lot to do, but we have also a lot to give. And we are trying to give our best to deliver the most professional and successful events, no matter the category, because we don't have this category. We have other categories. We have under 18 and under 20 category. We have cross-country championship. We have combined event challenges also. All these programs and all these events are being hosted by the continent every year or every 2 years. So in this edition, we are expecting, for example, in terms of participants, let's talk about it. We are expecting 50 countries out of 54. It's a big number. 50 countries participating today, because as at today, we have counted 48 countries, and we are also expecting some countries. We'll have the final confirmation at the council of the technical meeting, which is very important. And our main concern is to avoid people to do not come because they don't have money to come. It's Africa. We have to allow people to come, to participate, and to come to enjoy the event within the continent. If we make it very difficult, so we'll maybe chase some countries and we'll admit other countries with mine. We don't want that. We just want to balance things to make people to seize the same opportunities and to be able to represent the continent and to represent their own countries.
Amazing stuff there. Here on the Joy Sports Link or Joy 99.7 FM, Mr. Lamin Fati bringing us some perspective with how well it's growing in terms of interest from all over the world and how we're generally trying to package the product to also give to the rest of the world. And of course, without any bias, my colleagues are surely going to do an amazing job. I see Mufta and Nabila smiling greatly. So we'll see how things go. We'll see how things go with the production. But of course, with a few conversations I've had in the background, I trust that things are going to be smooth when it comes to production. The thing with athletics as well is that it becomes a more complex job to deliver when it comes to television production because of the various activities happening, the complex movements and the angles and everything. But we sure will get it done and it will go well. And we'll be getting into details of how things are going to move and the itinerary for the week regarding how things are going to go. But let me just quickly get them so that we can zoom in on the event proper. Joe Paul, I want both of you to tell me about how the season has gone so far. I mean, I'm very sure that immediately we landed the rights to host, something hit you and the rest of your colleagues. Let's begin with you, Joe Paul. First of all, we landed the rights. Then you realize, hey, another responsibility is on your shoulder. And for you being senior in the team, I mean, I'm sure you've got a lot of thoughts running through your mind. And but generally, how would you say your season has been?
My season has. I'll say this is my best season. This is my best early season form in my career, and I'm grateful for it. I always go into every race, even every practice, hoping and praying that I'm able to finish every session healthy. That's the main thing that I look at. Because if you're healthy, you'll be able to come back the next day and do it again. If you're healthy, you'll be able to come back the next day and get 1% better than the previous day. So my main goal going into every practice session, every race is to finish the day healthy, to be able to come back the next day to do it again. My coach and I went with a different approach this season. So usually we just, I'm a short sprinter, 100 and 200 meters. So usually we just start the season off with some 400s, get my strength and, conditioning level pretty good. And then as the season goes by, I come down to my event, which is the 1 and 2. But this year, he took a different approach, which is to start the season with some 100 meters. So I've run more 100 meters this season than the 200. I only ran 200 so far. I've had about 300 meter races in, and that's excluding the relay, which is also like a 100. So I'm very happy coming into the season, coming into African Championship, because I feel like because of how my early season form has been, I feel like I'm in a pretty good shape to be able to come out here and then give, you know, the country and the fans at the stadium a very good show. I say it again, I'm hoping we all are able to finish this competition as healthy as we can and be able to do what we do during the competition and after the competition. So I'm very happy. I feel like I'm in a pretty good to be able to compete at a high level with my fellow African brothers. And my teammates and I are ready to, you know, go out there and showcase the talent and the hard work that, you know, we put into this. So yeah, I'm very amped up. I'm amped up and I'm ready to go out there and compete.
Ready to go out there and compete. Before we go to Ibrahim, I want you to tell me how much your close-knit family system plays a role in always psyching you up and getting you ready for all of the action.
Yeah, I have a very good support system. You know, my dad and my mom are in my life. My uncle, very, very supportive. I grew up with my uncle, actually. He's also at Prempeh College. He's also an Amanfo, yes.
Amanfo.
Dr. Victor Enki, shout out to him.
Nice one.
So I have a very good support system, and I'm sure they're all going to be at the stadium. They were here for the African Games, and it just gave me some more gas going into every race, knowing that I'll cross the line. They were right by the finish line, so every time I crossed the line,
so you always saw them anytime?
I always saw them.
Wow.
Every time I finished, I saw them. You know, and they made me know where they would be sitting. So as soon when you look at the videos, you see that every time I was pointing to a certain part of the crowd, I knew where they were. So they you know, I'm praying that everyone is, you know, able to come outside, and you know, it will be a very joyous thing to, you know, see them again as they see me doing what I love to do. So they are you know, they're a very, very good support system, and I can't wait to see them out there. Yeah.
Amazing stuff there with the man Joe Paul Amwa and Ibrahim Fuseni, as well as Lamin Fati, who's the CEO of the Confederation of African Athletics. The president of Ghana Athletics is also here with us, Mr. Ba Fuseni, and we're looking forward to Monday. And we were just talking about what really gets our athletes psyched up. We'll take the story of Ibrahim Fuseni as well. Ibrahim, do you also have any indications in the crowd, see specific people that gets you all worked up and ready to deliver on the tracks?
Yeah, I'll say my family, the Ogasco boys.
Thank you. Can you repeat that? Can you repeat that?
You just trying to get me to say that, mom. You got me.
Yeah, my family are gonna be there. The Ogasco boys are gonna be there. Absu.
Yeah,
they're gonna be there to cheer me up, and then things are gonna be better. Yeah.
Amazing stuff there. And all of this is just to give us an idea of how, you know, athletes get themselves psyched up for big assignments such as these. So we're now looking ahead to the itinerary proper and how competition is going to go. But of course, we're looking forward to the opening ceremony, which will also be televised across the continent and to different platforms across the globe. We've also been told ahead of time by the CEO of the Confederation of African Athletics that it will be streaming live online as well on the official channel of the CAA, and that is great news as well, giving access to as many people as well. And for me, the key thing here is the children. I mean, the young ones who will be watching this and will be dreaming about being on the same stage, you know, in some years to come.
It's very important to share. And I talked about the grassroots. It's very important. As he said and he mentioned, the family environment is very, very important. And you cannot grow and you cannot achieve what you want to achieve without this family, the structure of the family. It's very important. no matter how you are motivated and you would prepare yourself, but you have first to benefit from a very, very positive environment. And these people, they are the one to give you this energy. So, and this energy started from the grassroots to up. So children are very important. We have to share our values. We have to showcase ourselves and to show the young people, the youngsters, the best of Africa. And the best of Africa is in our behaviors, in our actions, in our position, in our also daily deliverance. So every day we have to focus on that and to bear in mind that these youngsters, they are watching us and they are dreaming to become a future Joes and future Ibrahim. So it's very important for us to focus our efforts on this category of people, of the population.
Interesting stuff there. All right, gentlemen, let's talk a bit about, growing up and what really got you to get into this. I'm not very sure. Joe Paul, I'm not sure we've had this conversation about the beginning and what really was the thing that got you to decide that, listen, I'm going the route of athletics, and Ibrahim as well. Was it the thing for you from day one, Ibrahim? Was that really the decision for you from day one that athletics is the way to go, or there was something that you saw that got you very excited about it?
Nah, mine wasn't from day one, and it wasn't athletics too. It was football.
Okay.
Yeah, I started from football, and I was a goalkeeper too.
Oh, amazing!
Because I even remember I went to a girls' school. I went to a girls' school, and my first year I was the second goalkeeper over there. I was the second goalkeeper, and then my second year, these guys were just like beating me like. Anytime we had anytime we had like inter-houses, I have Solomon, Evans, and the other guys. Evans is from Kumasi, and he came back from Kumasi, and then he always makes sure he win every meet we go. So my second year I was like, nah, I'm not gonna let Evans beat me again. I had to switch from soccer and run track. Because I was even with the soccer, I wasn't getting much attention, and I wasn't even fixing the match.
When Fuseni is using the word meet,
yeah,
he actually referring to competition.
Competitions, exactly. Yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't fixed. They were not fixing me in the match, and I was like, no, I have to switch from soccer to track, and that's where everything started.
Interesting. This is a very interesting story, huh? But was it smooth for you, the transition from football to athletics? How smooth was it? How difficult was it?
It wasn't smooth though, but it wasn't smooth at all. Because in track it's all about techniques, stuff, technical stuff, so biomechanics stuff. So you just have to like be with someone who is gonna help you. And I was so glad I had a good coach back home, Coach Nana. Yeah, he raised me so well, and he was very intelligent too. And I just went through him, and then he got me to where I am now. So I'm very grateful to that.
Wow. Joe, Charlie, what was the thing for you? Yeah, what was the thing? I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, okay, what are those? Those regular stories where they tell you, oh, this one was a lawyer in the family, this one was an architect. They said, Charlie, by all means, you have to do that one too. Yeah.
Mine. I had is a pretty interesting story. So, but I'm from a family of athletes. Even though some of them weren't able to compete at the highest level, but almost everyone in my family was like an athlete, and so I was very athletic from childhood. Yeah, so I went to Merrimatter Boot Council, and I was a sports prefect. Airport. I was the sports prefect over there. I did all sports: basketball, volleyball, football, sack race, lime and spoon, everything. Went to Prempeh College. I was a sports prefect over there. I went to Prempeh College thinking I was going to play football for the school. But when I got there, I did my first inter-houses, and they saw me. They were like, "Oh, you could join the athletics team." But I was hearing a lot of bad things about the team, which is just Ghanaians doing their own, saying a lot of crazy stuff. But so I told them I don't want to do athletics. I'll do football. And my uncle also ran for Prempeh College, so he kind of encouraged me and motivated me to go that route. And I was like, when I won the inter-houses, they put me on the athletics team, and then I went to Interco, Superzo, did well. But after I finished Prempeh College, before I went to Tech, I was so happy that I had finished my last Superzo, and I was done with track. I had finished. So when I went to Tech, they tried to get me on the team, and I said, no, I'm done. And then they found my uncle and called him and said they want me to join the team, but I said I won't do it. So he called me and was like, if you know how to do something, just don't let nobody beg you to do it. And so they were able to, they found the code to get to me, and then they brought me back. So that's what brought me back into athletics. I had finished after high school. So when I came back, here I am now.
Ladies and gentlemen of the viewing and listening public in Ghana and around the world, just in case you want to get Joe Paul Amoah to do anything at all, and he's proving stubborn, go and look for his uncle, Dr. Victor Mg. You will cut your troubles by 98%. Well, getting into the finish line of the show here on the Joy Sports Link on Joy 99.7 FM with Joe Paul Amoah and, of course, Ibrahim Fuseni. Key within what we are expected to execute on the tracks for Team Ghana in the upcoming African Athletics Championships. Of course, the CEO, the man who is running the day-to-day affairs of the Confederation of African Athletics, is also here. One who believes very much in Ghana and what we can offer regarding having a lot more of these competitions here. And of course, Mr. Boa Fuseni. He's been running the race for so many years now. All right, let's now get into everything that will be happening from Monday. At 5 p.m., it will be the opening ceremony.
Big opening ceremony. Last time I was just descending from the ministry, and I saw one gentleman that I greeted. Then he climbed up to the minister. I get the minister matter able to convince him to come and perform. Yeah. I just saw posters today that we're having one of the best artists coming to perform at the opening ceremony.
Amazing.
On the 11th. So on the 11th, all the way to the Accra Sports, University of Ghana Sports Stadium, there will be the opening ceremony, which will be done by His Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. The World Athletic President will be there, and General Justin Tue. He is representing the President of Confederation of African Athletics, Kenneth Kaba, who is indisposed now, but he's being represented by the Kenyan President, who is also the Senior Vice President. There will be a lot of dignitaries. Justin Tue. We are urging all Ghanaians to come to the stadium on the 11th of May at 3 o'clock. The open ceremony will start at 5 and end at 2. We want to show.
We'll start at 5 p.m. and end at 7 p.m. Okay.
2, sorry.
Yeah.
We want the stadium to be packed. We want the stadium to be full, so that people will know that something great is happening in Accra, and only Accra people can make it happen. We just want their support in the way of cheering, support in the way of attending to the competitions. And after the 11th, on the 12th, the competition starts in the morning, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. in the morning session. After session will be 3 to 7 o'clock. We deliberately put it at 7 so that media can go back to file their 7 o'clock news. But there will be few days, 1 or 2 days, that competition will extend to 8 p.m. So we want people in Ghana, people in Accra, to come in their numbers. When you are coming, don't come alone. Come with your family. Come with your kids. My kids will be there throughout the competition. I'm bringing my entire family for the open ceremony. So I want everybody to come with their family for the open ceremony on the 11th. And after open ceremony, we will continue with the competition. But greatly, or more importantly, there will be a council meeting on the 10th. That will be tomorrow. Honorable Minister will attend the meeting together with the world president, together with all the council members and the CA. It will be at Lancaster Hotel. This is just by way of information, but I want everybody to come and support us during the open ceremony. If we are able to get the crowd at the open ceremony, I believe it will transcend into the competition itself. So please come and enjoy yourself. Come and help Ghana Athletics and the Confederation of African Athletics with the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Recreation to make this open ceremony a grand open ceremony, so that in the near future all of us will pat each other in the back and say that we have done it. Ghana has pulled it again, and I believe together that all the athletes, all the countries, all the government support, all the ministry support, we are going to pull it out in a very unique way.
Every time girl want it, want up me, I give them that one name. They tell me. I get me there.
Yeah, in terms of entertainment, the internationally acclaimed
At the moment.
Yeah.
Ghana is the defending champion of the 4x1. As a defending champion, we are here for gold again.
But you know,
it's something I must mention.
We journalists always are,
we try to
we're criticized. Out. Yeah, we're always criticized for doing the analysis. For those of you who are watching us on YouTube, you should see, you should see Muftau. Muftau has so much confidence, like he is the one who's going to hold the baton.
No. You see, we're saying something on game plan yesterday. It followed the trajectory of this team, right?
Yeah.
From 2019, when they set the African Games record of 38.30 in Rabat, they've been to every single world competition, from the World Athletics Championships all the way up to the Olympic Games. They went to Silesia after the Rabat Games. That was a world release. That was where they qualified to the Olympic Games. They went to the Olympic Games. They made the final of the Olympic Games. And that was where they set the new national record of 38.08 seconds. The following year, 2022, was when they went to Eugene. I was there with Bauer and then Joe and Co. That was where they did 38.07. And in Budapest, they qualified for the World Athletics Championship again. But unfortunately, Joe Paul got injured. Dazi also got injured, and Ghana had to pull out of the event. Then there was the Paris Olympic Games, where they went and did 37.79. In between that, they came to Ghana for the African Athletics Championships, where they won a silver medal in the 4x1. So clearly, you follow the trajectory of these athletes, and you can clearly see that there's a certain level of progress. They were in Douala. When they went to Douala, they won the gold medal. So if you have seen them, you follow them, you know what they do. Why would you be confident that you're as though you're the one going to be holding the baton?
So what I was referring to rather was Muftau himself and what he can possibly do. So Muftau, what's the best time you've recorded in 100?
Do you want to laugh at me or what?
No put none of them above you. Whether in a life or death, I choose you. Nobody know other than you.
Muftau Nabila Abdullahi, by the way, is the man who carries the accolade of Ghana Journalists Association, GJA Sports Journalist of the Year. I announced him. Yeah, you were clapping. Yeah, big salutes. Yeah, that's the man. We have everything in our stable here at Joy Sports, and we look forward to what will be an amazing coverage as well. And you'd have to follow us on all of our channels, all of our platforms. It's going to be very heavy. We're going to go very, very heavy on the African Athletics Championships. And just before I go in for the final messages from everyone, remember that we've been given the times. We'll be communicating all of those times on our various platforms as well, so you can come over and watch these competitions. And gates are open for everyone. Free. Okay, free in capital letters. Free in capital letters. So we have to be there. We have to create the atmosphere that is required for what will obviously be a very, very successful competition. All right, so let's get into the final words. Let's begin from you, Mr. Hussaini, in the next minute. Yeah.
My final words, I would like to thank Honorable Minister for Sports and Recreation and Chief Director of Ministry of Sports and Recreation for their dedication and for their support. They have been supporting us since the first day, and they continue to support that. I do appreciate their support. And to the athletes for the sacrifice, Ghana is proud of them, and we continue to work with them. We continue to provide them whatever we can. We also urge the government or the state to do more in terms of support for the athletes, and also thank the CAA for giving us the opportunity. And even the world president is on his way. He will arrive in 2 hours' time. We also appreciate their support. And to whole Ghana and to the Joy and all the media guys in Joy FM, we also appreciate your support. We have been talking about it since last 2 weeks on this your platform. That we are very grateful for your support. And to Muftau, who have been carrying athletics. Who have been carrying athletics. Muftau will be part of the commentators.
Yeah. Muftau carries it through the camera and through the keypad. But when you put him on the track, it will be something else. Yeah, we had him do a sprint at the last Joy Sports Invitational. It wasn't a disaster. It wasn't a disaster. All right, Mr. Lamine, final words before we wrap things up here, sir.
Just thank the Ghanaian authorities. We have to thank the government, because without the government we cannot make it. We need government supports, because the government is our first stakeholder and is our first partner. So thanks to the government of Ghana, the Minister of Sports, and all people who really committed and put their voices and carried efforts to bring us here today. So thank you guys also for giving us this opportunity to address the world, and big thank and big salute to our champions here.
Definitely. All right, gentlemen, final words from you.
I'll just urge everyone to come out there. We liked what you guys did at African Games 2 years ago, and we want to see either the same thing or even better than that. We came out of the call rooms to get on the lines, and then we were just amazed at what we saw. So we are urging everyone to come outside, give the support, all the jama, everything. Just bring it outside. Let's have a good day on the track.
Amazing. I
mean, you said it all. We would just like to have a good environment and experience a good culture. So we would like to let everyone come and just support us. Yeah.
Amazing. Joe Paul Amwa, Ibrahim Hussaini. They will be part of the charge as we look forward to what will be a successful Senior African Athletics Championships under the close watch of the governing body, the Confederation of African Athletics, which is fully administered on a daily basis by Mr. Lamine Fati, who has also been our guest here in the studio. Thank you all so much for being a part of the show. And if you want to see Muftau sprint, we will organize a separate event for that. Thanks to Mr. Baha Hussaini as well and the whole team. We will be back next weekend with another Joy Sports Link. You all stay well. Keep it here on your superstation Joy 99.7 FM. And of course, Kwame Dazi and the rest of the team will bring us Showbiz A to Z from now till 6 p.m. Big salutes to everybody. We're out. My name is Nathaniel Attoh, and I have love for sport.